Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another battle for you today, and this is an NTW 3 historical battle. We're doing the Battle of Durenstein. As you can probably tell from the title, this one was set in 1805 between France, Austria and Russia, and it was actually a coalition victory. A very rare victory in this period anyway, because obviously we've got like Austerlitz going on, and various other battles that Napoleon's already, like an Ulm, where like he's already smashed the coalition forces several times. So yeah, this is a very, very rare victory, and they were sort of evenly matched in losses, but like the Allies had about 10,000 extra men. So and this was a very inexperienced sort of like force that was being brought up by the French. Sort of like these were like newer recruits that hadn't really seen battles that fighting in this one, so they kind of were outmatched in a way. But anyway. Yeah, this one was sent in by a member of my Discord. So if you want to join the Discord to get involved in some NTW3 battles, then do join. The link is down below in the description. And you're wondering probably why I paused it. And well, if you can tell from the little map here, the Austrians are very, very close already to the French, and already look like they're about to go straight on in for them. So I did decide to pause before we start. So I'm now going to unpause, and we can watch the action unfold as we have some hussars going flying on in here to some voltigeurs. Obviously, we have France 1805, 1808 being used, and we probably have Austria 1809 as well, which is a little bit too late for the period, but it works better than having the HRE, put it like that. The HRE is a little bit too outdated. Yeah, here we go, the French battling away here, firing in. And they've routed these voltigeurs as expected. So many like skirmishes over here. I did not even realise there are so many here. The hussars are cleaning up as well. But yeah, so there's 4 armies here today. Obviously 4 French armies we have here, and this one's actually, look at this one, the French are already in retreat. They've not even really lost that many men and they're already in retreat. It's not a good sign. But there you go, the hussars are being forced back now, I think, by the fire of this line infantry here. But yeah, so the French, basically, from what I'm reading of the rules, have to take a defensive position around different villages and try and hold their only objective and surviving for like the 80 minutes, basically. So I think the French have basically got to survive around this area here, basically, the Dürnstein area here. I don't think they'll be pushing out too far into this forest. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, so it's going to come down to really just like a time thing, really, more than anything. And yeah, most of the troops are like really cheap units that the French could bring to try and like recreate that sort of inexperience of like the troops that were at this battle. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one for sure. I'm actually really looking forward to it. By like the spawn and like where the cavalry is and like this general is, it seems like one of the Austrian armies is very close as well to the French. Maybe starting to like push on for this little building here very, very soon. But yes, if you want to see more NTW3 historical battles, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As we're working towards 5k, and yeah, I mean, we're doing a great job. I just can't thank you guys enough for the support. Oh, the Russians are here as well. We have some like hussars here as well. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. We haven't seen this Russia faction in ages as well. 1807 Russia. Don't see that faction often. Usually see like the Great Patriotic War one. There you go, voltigeurs. They're gonna desperately try and shoot down these hussars, but I don't think they're gonna do it in time. Look at them, they're coming. The Russians are coming. I mean, they're gonna desperately try and fire from the building. Might get some decent shots, but I don't think they're going to rout the unit. I think this voltigeur is done for. Oh, I don't know. They kind of, you know, they probably should have taken that voltigeur out. Oh, no, there's cavalry coming to support. There you go, hussars coming in now. Here come the Austrians in with more cavalry. They're really desperate to take out these skirmishers. These poor voltigeurs here. And more dragoons. Oh, and here you go. The Austrian army has arrived. Look at the column on column. Oh boy, that's a scary sight. That is a scary sight. Even if, like, they are cheap and terrible units, like the Austrians, there's a lot of them. And also, the French haven't got their best troops here today. They've got inexperienced stuff. So if I was the French, I'd be quivering in my boots. What else is in this building then? Oh, just some Voltigeurs that dashed in quickly. Got some cavalry fighting over here. Hussars versus Dragoons by the looks of it. Some Russian Dragoons. From Kiev. There you go, looks like they're gone. They're gone. More cavalry appearing over here now for Austria. Some Uhlans. Well, these are, I don't know if this is, I think this might be the weakened cavalry actually, sorry, that's like maybe re-rallied or something. And got out. I don't think this is a new army. So it seems like there must be a Russian and an Austrian very close together. And the other two are kind of like working, maybe, and they're going to attack from the north maybe? There is actually some French cavalry very far out. This is high unit. I would have sent like a smaller French unit maybe to like do the scouting, but 53 hussars is quite a large amount of troops to just leave detached from your main force. As you can see, the French are all like now moving towards Dürnstein. It seems like there's just gonna be a massive blob of French here, and they're already like positioned in all of these like streets here. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Put it like that. I may do some cuts. Because I don't know how much action is really going to go on now that like the cavalry has forced back all the Voltigeurs. I honestly think they might just well spend some time shelling this building. It would seem this 3-pounder here seems like it's doing some stuff. How many units are in here? We've got 3 units. They're all Voltigeurs, apart from this line infantry at the top. But yeah, actually, maybe we're not going to have to make a cut, because it seems Austria's going to come forward. He's got his German lines coming forward here. This is just all German line infantry. It looks it as well. They're not as multicultural in this army as, say, the HRE. The HRE's got a lot of different like nations under its belt. It seems like they're all Germans. The Grenadiers here. Oh my gosh, there is so much. It just keeps appearing. I honestly don't know if this is like. This has got to be. I think this is still one army because the Austrian troops are so cheap. It just doesn't seem like it should be. This is Karl Legion. This is a cool unit. Very small unit. I wonder how many Austrians will break trying to take this building. Will even attempt to take the building. They may just go past it and just go for the main French line. But taking buildings is always risky in NTW3. Same as bayonet charges. You don't really want to do it. There you go. The cavalry over here has been spotted. They've spotted some Russian cav. I don't know whether France wants to stay here. If there's one Russian cav, there is definitely going to be more. Back over on this side, it seems like Austria's quite happy just to... He's going to set up his guns, I think, point blank range and just start shelling. There's also more shelling going on over here on this French unit. Whether that's from the flank, I'm not quite sure. Don't think it'll be those 3-pounders. I don't think they'll have the range. What's back here? Just generals. We have generals. We have Bagration and we have John. Is what I'm going to call him because that's his name. Or Johann, if you want the proper name. Just John, basically. Looks like they're just going to fire into the building. I mean, that's one way, I guess, of trying to get them out. Honestly, just waiting to see what Austria's really going to do about this. Literally the only bit of action going on right now. Yep, Austria's just like, nah, we're not going to try and do this. Austria's just going backwards and forwards at the moment. I don't know what he's exactly doing, but he's losing men is what he is doing. These poor Germans dying for no reason. At least fire some shots off in anger. Oh my gosh, what is that formation you're doing? And now they're getting shot in the back by their own allies. Oh, this poor German unit here. What is this player doing? I don't know, but can you please stop doing whatever it is? Now it's facing backwards towards the building. What is going on? Anyway, it looks like we're going to see some Grenadiers get sent in. This is literally their one job. Get in this building, cause some havoc. Yeah, this unit here just needs to turn around. It is getting shot in the back for no reason. But there you go. Grenadiers are in. In they go. The Grenadiers, the angry German Grenadiers. Chopping them down. And, I mean, morale's not looking great. I mean, neither is it with the Voltigate or the line infantry, actually. I was kind of... Oh, did the line infantry just... The line infantry just dipped. So there's now just Voltigates in here. And they're going to take this building pretty easily. So well done to the Grenadiers. They only lost like 40 guys. That's pretty good.
This building has
there you go. The Austrians are taking the building. Very effective. Well done to the Grenadiers. And now they're just cutting down every single guy that tries to come out of this building. Poor Voltigates. But here we go. Looks like this is fresh cavalry that is now appearing. The French sent forward some of their own cavalry, some hussars here. Let's go and have a look. And they found some cavalry. They found some Austrians. Another Austrian army here, dragoons. And they've got Hungarians in here by the looks of it. Yeah, they've got Grenzer infantry. Well, they'll be handy. I mean, any men are going to be handy, to be honest. They're going to need as many men as possible. Don't know why I'm going that way. French sending up some Voltigeurs, potentially. Maybe to, like, just make another screen. I don't know. Allies captured a building. That'll just be one of the buildings back here in Dürnstein. Yeah, just capturing all these buildings, making it harder. Look at the lines they have, the French set up for this. I don't know if they should have really just like all just hidden in Dürnstein, whether they should like look at this. Look how many French troops there are. Like over here especially. There is line after line of French troops. I don't know if they should have just fought outside it in the forest first. I don't know. The Grenzers are coming though. I presume there'll be another army on the way. I imagine this Austrian army is also probably is also moving up. And we have the Russians here as well. Okay. Musketeers on the way. What we got here? Oh, just some cavalry. Okay. Well, I mean, this is going to be a strong force. Maybe, I don't know how they're exactly going to plan on doing this, but they look like the French are already falling back. They are. They started here. They're already falling back. The French are on the run. Maybe because they think it's... They realize they're getting 2v1'd. I don't know, but they're running. But anyway, I'm going to make a cut. Until like the next bit of action does begin, because it seems like the French are just running back and the Austrians and the Russians are just slowly advancing, and they're not really ready yet. So it looks like the first bit of action is kind of over, so I'll make a cut and I'll rejoin you when the battle starts again. So we are back, and you can see the French are now opening fire upon the Russians who are trying to flank around this little back bit of the village here. They're actually right on the red line as well, so be careful. If any units break, they're going straight off that red line. But it's a 4 versus 4, it would seem, to start with. Just all musketeers by the looks of it. I mean, they're only going up against other line infantry as well, so nothing too major here. Seems like also the Austrians and the Russians are going to make another push through this village here, and another Austrian army has joined in and is now going to be starting to assault this main French line. This is a lot of Frenchies. You are not going to be breaking through this anytime soon, I don't think. Going to need a lot of troops, and the French cav still out here actually. You know, just keeping an eye on stuff, surveying the ground. I mean, I just focused the left of this building here. Just focus everything left of that, and then you'll be okay. There's a lot of cav actually amassed as well behind here. We've got lots of hussars, lots of dragoons. So they are clearly expecting some action here at the front. And the action is technically getting underway as well. The line infantry dueling here. Russia looks like he's giving ground. It's not lost too many men, just a few. He's still dueling out here, and there we go. Russia's finally firing back into some aggressive shots. Actually, no, going to try and take out some of these Frenchies. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, if they can push through like this spot here, get in behind the French. I mean, they've got some units in reserve, but I mean, this would be a good. Actually, well, I say that actually, they've got plenty of troops. The French are just dug in so much. This isn't Napoleonic Wars. This is World War I sort of style of fighting. They are so dug in, are the French, around this village. There is no room for the Allies to really break through it. I mean, the French are desperate, it would seem, to change history. They really want a French victory. We've got some more Grenadiers here. These guys are all in greatcoats. I mean, for the weather, as you can see what's going on here, they need to be in greatcoats. It is snowy as hell here. While in reality, I'm melting. Because it's 20 plus degrees. And we don't get that sort of temperature in Britain. It's more like this. It's more snow all the time. There you go, nice shots going off. That was a really nasty like volley as well into that French unit. Another one like that, and that'll rout that unit, you'd imagine. The morale was just dropped really quickly there. I love it when the officer fires off his shot as well, doing his little bit. Seems like we got some cavalry or something going in here. Whoa, I can hear shouting going on. Oh yeah, we got Austrian cav fighting the French hussars here. There's more Austrian. I mean, how's this hussar just like got away with being behind enemy lines for so long? Is what I want to know. What we got here? Uhlans fighting the hussar. You imagine the Uhlans will lose that fight? They're more of like almost like a shock cav, I'd imagine. Yeah, and there you go. The hussars broke both. They need to be careful because there's a general right here. I think that's what the French must be going after. And you can see the Russians have seen it, and they're going to send some dragoons up to block the path of the hussar unit. And there's also more Austrian cav as well coming behind, some more dragoons. But yeah, you need to be careful of that sort of thing. Austria, I mean, he's got someone to lose his general to something silly like that, and that French cav is going to break pretty quickly. It's going to get sandwiched in a moment. A French sandwich. And there you go. Hussar's gone. And it looks like, look at how close he got. These Russians are, jeez. Just, yeah, I was going to say, are they not going to just charge in? I mean, this French unit's on the brink of breaking, 88 men. Russians over here also on a massive assault. Look at this, doing a lot of damage to the French. This is artillery as well. And no wonder they pushed up. They set up a 12-pounder. And it got, what happened? Why did the French do that? Were they setting for 12-pounder to just shoot those Russian units, I wonder? And the Russians just went, no, you're not going to stand and look at us like that. They got infantry in this building as well, they didn't even realise. The Russians are really pushing on. I mean, they've lost this unit here, but they're probably going to win that fight. Look at morale. Russia's really making a big push, and you can see also making a big push down this line here as well. With the help of the Austrian infantry, they're cleaning out this area of the village. So yeah, early gains. And then the Russians going in here, they'll break this unit, you imagine. Yeah, there you go, they clean them out. The Russians just fighting around the side of this building. As there's men inside just like, yeah, don't mind us. We're literally going to point blank shoot you. Like, look at these guys. They can just poke their gun out the window. And they just can't miss. And there you go. French cav has now been activated. Hussars now being sent in. I don't think any of the Russian infantry can form square, so they're kind of in trouble in that sense when it comes to cavalry. It could be a good counter to the Russian charges. Is the cavalry. And the Russian infantry carries on. I wonder if this Russian infantry is they're gonna just charge it all in. Is this another Austrian army? I honestly don't know. Oh no, this is the original one that are like appeared, I think. I have no idea. They're all sort of merging together at the moment. The Cav is certainly stopping this Russian push, which is really good for France. They're going to need more of that Cav, and you can see they're doing the same over here as well. We've got Dragoons coming in. They're going to try and... oh, they just went through a building. I presume, yeah, they're going to go after... They didn't get a great charge off. Well, they're not going to get a great charge off because they're trying to get through their own infantry. Yeah, the Russians have been stopped actually in their tracks all of a sudden. So they're fighting on here. Austria is sending some troops in. Yeah, Austria's been stopped. Russia, sorry, has been stopped in its tracks. It's got more infantry coming up to try and stop these hussars. The hussars might take these ones out as well. No, it would seem not. They're going after the general instead. They're going to go after Bagration, who's just been left on his own. This is not good. Come on, Russia, save your general. Yeah, Musketeers going in. Bagration looks like he might get out. I don't know. His morale is really low. And Russia made so many gains, and now they're all gone. A quick cavalry charge. There you go. It seems like Russia's not sitting in his own dragoons, and he's going to try and help clear out this this village, I guess, himself. I mean, I don't know how many of the French units can form square. Probably not many either, because they're cheap units. Looks like the dragoon. Looks like Russia's now going to return the favor and send in his own dragoons, and as is Austria. They're a little bit late. Oh, these Russians can form square. Well, that's handy. And here you go. Yeah, they're now going to try and harass the French. The Russian dragoons. There you go. They're going to get taken out, and the Austrians have been forced back here. I mean, the French taking some pretty hard, heavy losses, but you know, not in this line battle. I still think even with the cheap French units, they're going to win the line battle. They need to get in amongst them, and let's just float with muskets if you do it like that. Okay, so we're back. Unfortunately, yeah, for some reason it started to go really laggy with the replay, so I just decided to stop the recording and then just let it sort itself out. But yeah, what I was saying is the French are going to win the line battle, yeah, like the Austrians need to just get in amongst it and just like start fighting really. And even with their like sheer numbers, I don't think they're gonna be able to break through. But we'll see. Let's give glorious volley from the Austrians. From these what have we got here? This must be like a militia unit. There you go. Volley's going off. Yeah, the French are just gonna win this. I don't think that like the Austrian accuracy isn't that great from what I remember. French accuracy, I don't know how great that is with these being cheap units, but I can imagine it will be superior. The Russians looking a bit sparse over here now. Watch these Grenadier infantry in action. They got interesting hats on. I do like their hats. Got artillery setting up here. This is going to be brutal on the French here. This one's facing the wrong way, I just realised. Is that one actually going to fire? That could be unfortunate. Yeah, please don't fire that one, Austria. I don't know if they've realized and they're just like now wanting to reset them up. I have no idea. But that one was firing the wrong, gonna fire the wrong way into its own infantry. That could have gone very wrong. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't just charged in again. I can hear more charging somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Sounds like there's charging going on here for some reason, but there isn't any charging. Okay, fair enough. Russia, though, is, yeah, holding back, like, really holding back. Doesn't seem like he's interested in going in it. Going in, artillery needs to be very, very sensible. Right, oh, it's getting so close. Oh, here we go, yeah. I was going to say the French won't allow this artillery just to get set up here. They need to send in some of their own infantry just to, like, save the artillery. The French won't allow this. Here we go. German infantry going in. They'll catch this French infantry out and save their artillery quite easily. There you go. Those French are going to be forced back, and the Austrian artillery will be saved. And that's going to be a real problem for the French, because they don't have really any response to this. They're gonna have to retreat. This will be the response. Got cavalry. This is the French cavalry that's just thrown itself into the Austrian lines here. That's another decent response to the. I mean, try and break them here, but it seems like they're not going to be able to get through. Grenadiers infantry holding the line. Steiermark. This is Landwehr. Okay, it's just Landwehr. I don't know where it's from, but it's Landwehr. It's some German Landwehr of some sort. And yeah, Austria's. Oh, here's the other Russian army now appearing. It looks like it's going to try and challenge an overwhelming French force. I mean, if I was the French, I'd start moving troops across from here. Like, they do not need like troops here at all. Yeah, I mean, the French doing their bit. The Russians battling in here in the village once again. There you go, they've broken 2 line infantry units there. And now the French are setting up a third to try and repel the Russian horde. And Austrian horde, actually, to be fair. Can't forget those Austrians, they're doing their bit. Landwehr about to set up, have another go. Artillery being set up here as well, and they need to get this in the front line, not just behind their own infantry. I put it here. I mean, then they can do the same thing that we're doing on the other flank. Also, I mean, if I was France, I'd start taking the offensive. Like, why defend? I mean, I know the scenario probably says defend, like Dürnstein, but I mean, attack is the best form of defense. artillery here is going to fire off some shots, or is it just not going to bother? There's absolute chaos going on in this village now. I mean, there's cavalry in here of all, like, of both sides. I think they're still trying to go for Bagration. I honestly do not know. I mean, is that the, like, the answer for dealing with the Russians? Just take out Bagration? I mean, I don't think it is. The French firing point blank at these musketeers here. There you go, it looks like the Russians are going to win here. The Russians are going to force themselves out of there pretty nicely. What's going on in here then? We've got line infantry still holding. I would take this building, and then these French troops can't take a hold here anymore. Like, that's what I would be doing. I mean, it seems like the Austrians and the Russians are rather just to take out this corner of the formation here, so they can unite, which they have done just now. Seems that the French response is going to be sending up hussars and dragoons, and they're going to try and just push them out. The response is basically just use cavalry. Use cavalry and try and break through. Did they take out the gun? They didn't even take out these guns. I mean, it looks like they're about to go for them now. So these hussars are going to try and dash for the guns. Or maybe not. They're going to get caught. Caught by some Russian dragoons by the looks of it. And the gun... I don't know what the gun crew's doing, but it's running away, basically, is what it's doing. It's running away. And it's absolute chaos across the entire front. I mean, just look at it. I mean, they're actually, the line battle here is still raging on, and the French are going to get forced back. They've lost a lot of troops. A lot of these troops are down to, like, yeah, 45, like, really low numbers. And the French along here still waiting. Still waiting for the, like, the Russian push, which is never going to come, because this has got to be, like... This has got to be maybe 2 armies of French, I would have thought, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it is one. I doubt it's 1. It's got to be at least 1.5, 2. The Russians will never assault here. They'll just happily stand here and wait. Their allies across on this side of the battlefield are doing a really good job. Forcing their opponents out of the village. Apart from this building is the last bastion of French defense. £3 probably needs to start thinking about moving up. Whether it can, I don't know, but probably want to start thinking about moving his guns up again to try and get him in the front line. Don't know if once you lose your gun carriages, you can move them up just as, like, the infantry just pushes them up. It takes forever, but I guess you could. If not, I mean, this £3 should be able to fire over the front lines and hit the French behind. Don't know what this weird formation is that they're doing here with, like, a little circle in the middle. The known circle formation. It's a famous formation the French formed all the time. Look at it. It's so weird. The French still fighting in their sort of revolutionary style hats. They look awesome. Russians battling on in here. This line infantry, are they winning? Combatants even. Yeah, they're winning, actually. I think the Russians are going to get forced out. I don't know. It says both sides are winning. Maybe they are. Who knows? What we got over here? Your cuirassiers of the Austrians. That's going to be a pretty scary thing. I haven't seen any sort of cuirassiers at all for the French, unless... Here we go. As soon as I say that, there's one here. They got all their heavies back here. Then, well, some heavies. A lot of it is just dragoons. It seems like they decided to bring a lot of just dragoons, which is a good choice. Good to see that we have got some heavies for the French. The cuirassiers is always a good sign. They'll do a lot of damage, hopefully, if they get called in. Yeah, look at this. 1, 2, 3. I think it's because of these like weird like fencing that's just they're positioning around, and the French decide that they have to form a circle around it. They just can't go in between them. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. The hordes of Austrians that are coming. Russians still fighting on here. They're still looking at this. They look like they pushed one unit out. Looks like they're going to push the other one out as well. Waiting for a volley from these boys. Big old Grenadier unit here. I mean, I can't imagine this is... There you go, that's the Russians taking that building. I was going to say that Grenadier unit, it's got 190 men in it, or 180 men in it. Don't think it's that great, but I mean, the guns, the sheer amount of guns there, that'll be handy. I hope. I don't know. There's a second line of French now forming up though. This is not a good sign for the Austrians. They struggle to get through the first one. Got some Grenadiers in here fighting against the line infantry. It's a pretty weak Grenadier unit though. I don't know if they'll be able to beat these French. And there you go. They force those Austrians back. The French just sent forward a like tiny little line infantry there as well for some bizarre reason. And there you go, the Russians and the Austrians sending some troops forward. I mean, the French are like sending Voltigeurs forward. They're going to try and challenge this, it would seem. The sheer amount of bodies that these Austrians are stood on now. I mean, they're stood on like their own bodies and on the French ones. So many dead. So many dead and dying. There you go, the Russians are pushing forward again. And the French are on the retreat. Look at this line. Like, look at the lines that are forming up here. I don't know why the French are just all like glitching out like that, but hey, we don't worry about it. They look glorious. Looks beautiful, really does. NTW3 is a great mod. Such a great mod. What have we got over here then? More French, like just lots of hussars. Seems like it's the most common cavalry unit here today. Still lots of French just standing over here waiting. These like Laguerre and stuff like this. I mean, I'll send these guys over to the other side now. Like this is, I mean, if you've like, I think I've counted the armies correctly. You've got all the like the Austrians are here, and one of the Russians, and then the other Russian is here. So that's 4 armies. So like half that stuff around Dürnstein you don't need anymore. You send it over here. Just overwhelm the Austrians, or maybe that's the point. They're not allowed to. Russia's still fighting at this red line. Like, how many Russians and French have been fighting here and dying? I don't know. Hundreds. And look how many Russians died here alone. What happened there? But yeah, those Russians are taking on 3 French units. I wouldn't put it past them to beat them as well. Look here. This is just Russian cav that's trying to make a push and didn't. It is one grindy battle, I'll give you that. I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit because, well, we're just looking at a massive line battle right now. There isn't really much in the way of tactical stuff going on, and the Russians look like they have beaten one unit, and now going on to the next. Artillery firing here. I was thinking this artillery is firing this direction, it's not, it's firing along the line. Luckily, and you've got dragoons here. Police General. Are these just like military police dragoons or something? I don't know. Cool if they were. Lion infantry here doing its bit. 38 men left. 38 brave men. I mean, that Grenadier infantry is not big either. Also at 38. And this one's at 38. Oh no, that one's at 45. Okay. They were all at 38. I was going to say, 38's become a very magical number all of a sudden. But yeah, this front line of the French is all but gone now. It's in the next line. I mean, I don't know if the Austrians have enough to get through that, like the second line though. And it looks like France is going to make the offensive. It looks like he's going to go around the flank. I don't know. Might as well try it. I mean, the Russians have stuff here. But why not? It's worth a try. And here come the French. Look at this. The goons going off everywhere. The Dragoons getting routed. A big push there by the Dragoons did not work, and now the Cuirassiers coming forward for the Austrians. And oh boy, it is looking scary. I don't know why it's a little bit laggy. I've been realizing this throughout the entire battle. It's been just a little bit laggy, and I do apologize for that. Maybe it's just the sheer amount of troops. I'm not sure exactly. It doesn't use NTW3 pretty smooth usually. Maybe it's the map. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll find out at some point. The French are getting really close here. What is going on here? What are the French doing? They're just marching straight across the front of like the formation. Just go in. And these units are going to break by the looks of it. And there you go. In they go. Well, they're setting up now. Setting up some Laguerre. Are there any Russian guns? I just realised that, yeah, this is the first Russian gun I've seen. It's a 6-pounder coming out. I was going to say, I don't think I've seen any Russian guns. Whether they bothered to bring any. The French are just thrown in. Throwing in troops. I mean, the surprise that these Austrian units, like 33 men, are still holding. Like, Austria is renowned for terrible morale. How they're holding. Russia, by the way, looks like he's spent. Like, this Russian army over here looks like it's gone. There's, like, a couple of units in this building. Some musketeers, and that's it. They're defending the flank, and that's it. Seems like they all died in this village, really. So the French are taking one army out. Whether that's it though, I don't know what's happening here though. This is a mass charge going on now by the French. Look at this, going in against the Russians. Look at the carnage down there. Breaking all of these French units. A massive throwaway by the French. I don't know what happened here, whether someone like desynced and the AI took over, I do not know, but yeah, that was just a massive throwaway by the French, just throwing in all those troops for some stupid reason. Anyway, we've got more line infantry coming up here. These guys are gonna absolutely get overwhelmed. Their morale is not looking great. I mean, I would not have great morale if I was facing Russians like this. 2-on-1, not a good odds. What's this unit? This is a lifeguard unit. Oh boy, these guys are gonna do well. I was going to say, we haven't really seen any guards here, but yeah, the lifeguards for the Russians, they'll do well. Certainly against low tier units like this, and you can see the Austrians just like look like they're throwing stuff in. What exactly is going on here? Ah, the famous column formation of attacking one by one. It's a known successful formation. What is going on? Replay's kind of a bit of a strange one. Seems like the French sort of after like that mad assault we've gone back to the norm, apart from over here. A lot of movement from the French here. I don't know why these troops are low morale, unless they've returned maybe. But cavalry going in here, dragoons going flying on in. Musketeers with no square formation, so they're probably going to die. These poor Russians. Someone teach them how to form square. It saves so many lives. Then again, these men are probably just peasants, so who cares about their lives? Dragoons going flying on in as well. Oh, these are Grenadiers as well. Okay, they're just throwing in everything. Austria, throwing in the whole lot. France, please, for the love of God, just move troops. Yeah, finally, I was gonna say, there's movement over here now going on. They're still moving troops in this direction. This is insane. Insanely long. This is going to be a long battle. So if you've managed to get this far, well done. I guess they're protecting the guns. I don't really know what the French was going for, but they went for summon. Didn't really work.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, we got silent muskets over here. Oh, brilliant. There you go. They seem like they scared off the French. Cavalry at least, and now it's just down to, well, more infantry's now coming up. Seems like the French are deciding that now is the time to make a push. I mean, if I was Russia, I'd start to maybe push down this hill. As soon as France commits too much, push down this hill. You can catch out a load of French infantry. Hussars coming across. Don't know why these Hussars aren't getting, like, just pounded away by the artillery up on this hill. They should definitely be being hit. And Austria's now moved around and taken this flank here, so I mean the French are going to be in a bit of trouble here. None of these guys can form square though, so I mean the French can have some joy as they send their cuirassiers in to go and rout these Austrians once and for all. You can sort of get an angle. Goddamn camera. There you go, that's the best you're going to get, it seems. The cuirassiers going in, they are probably going to like rout these German line infantry pretty quickly. I mean, they're already dropping. I mean, this one's going to set up and probably just put some shots into their own men and into the cuirassiers. Just kill something. It's always a start. Absolute chaos going on this side here. Dragoons battling away, being forced back by the French. What's something in here? It's a very quick unit. Is it like Hussars or something like that? Yeah, some like little Hussar unit or something like that actually getting thrown in. They're still battling in over here as well. The French just bizarrely sending in French infantry. And there you go. Looks like Dragoons also breaking here. The cuirassiers successfully broke their one unit and now retreating. And they lost like no men. Good on them. And we are back. I do apologise. I had to just go downstairs and sort something out. But we are now back. And yeah, as you can see, we are still at this massive long line battle that's going on here. It seems to be going on forever and ever. We seem to have a bit more silent muskets going on, which is always glorious to have. Still fighting busily over here as well. Actually, I mean, I say they're fighting. They're just cutting down the French that are retreating. What else is retreating here? We've got Hussars retreating there. They're being beaten back by cuirassiers. And the French push here has also been beaten back. The French are still quite happy just to sit here idly and wait. Very bizarre decision. I mean, I'd just push forward if I was these guys. Just push forward. So much retreating French stuff here now. It's a good long queue with long retreats. I've got a 8-pounder back here, all the way back here. That's I imagine doing some sort of damage, but I don't know how much damage really. Russians have got their own 6-pounders up on this hill. This is a really nice position for the Russians, to be fair. They have just a good view of the entire French line with their guns, and they can just see, well, just everything in front of them. They can just pick and choose their targets, really. Yeah, the Russians finished fighting the French team here, and the French are now going to open up on the survivors. And the Austrians are pushing forward into the main city, or like into the open ground beyond this like village. Really, you can see now the Austrians have kind of taken, I don't know what village this is or was. It's like I don't know what it is. They're on to the next one. Dürnstein's actually right at the top. They I don't know if like the idea is that they had to push through all these small villages first before they could go to Dürnstein. I don't know. The French probably want to put some troops in there though at some point because, well, kind of key. Hold on to it. Yeah, there's Laguerre broke here. The French being forced back in a lot of areas. Got Grenadiers forming square here, stopping these dragoons from causing any havoc. And just there's a mass of infantry now retreating. Well, I say a mass. It once was a mass. You can see the lines of dead French. There's so many dead here. So many dead. What a battle it's been. Oh, jeez. The artillery going off in these shots. Look at the French. Look at all these. That unit's broken. Look at that. So many, like, must have killed, like, I don't know, a good amount of troops there. Russians going in and just making sure it breaks properly. I think they're actually going for the guns, which is a really good target. French opening up here with their infantry, trying to stop them. This 6-pounder here is may get stopped. I don't know. I thought they were going to go for the guns. I don't know if the Russians are. Again, we've got silent muskets though. Unfortunately, I do apologise. There you go. They're going to rout these guns, I imagine. I don't know what these French are firing at, to be honest. They need to be also careful because they're firing and they've got infantry just walking in front. They're just going to cause themselves friendly fire. That's not a great idea. Never want to do that. Now into this building, so we now have 100 odd Frenchmen in here. They could probably stick another 50 odd men in here. We actually have a general very close here, Bernadotte here, very close to the front line. Another general here. We have Augru as well. Still have the cuirassiers. They're still ready to do some stuff if they need to. Still 127 of them ready. I mean, this is a good target for artillery. If I was that Russian artillery, I could reach the 6-pounder. I'd be pounding these cuirassiers right now. Is there anything to really be going after? What's over here? French dragoons breaking. French sending more infantry over here to fight the Grenadiers. Just a losing fight doing this. Grenadiers and dragoons. It's a nasty mix. Got just lots of lines sitting up here. These are Hungarians? Yeah, they're Hungarians. I was going to say, we haven't really seen any Hungarians, but we do have a few. I mean, the French just need to retreat. I mean, even in, like, the French infantry is pretty good. These are the cheaper stuff. But they're not going to beat, like, what, 2-3 units of Austrians here? I don't even think the French on those odds can win. But it looks like the Grenadiers may just charge in instead. I mean, but if you look at, like, troops available, the red is the Allied forces. The French have so much left, it seems, and they're so, like, I mean, they're stretched out in fairness, so it makes it look like there are more. But the blue, Goes on for a lot further than the red. I mean, the Russians got stuff around here. Looks like they've actually got some cavalry that might try and go for a charge. Yeah, I feel like the French, with the defensive tactics they're pulling, they're starting to win, and you can see they're finally moving these troops over. They finally decided, you know what? It's time to move these guys across. I mean, fair enough. They might as well move a lot of this stuff in the center across. I don't think the Russians have got much left here. The Russians look like they're now having to join the Austrians and pushing through like the center. Okay, and we are back. I was just basically sorting out the sound because I was not enjoying having like no sound really in the background. But there you go, muskets are now back firing and away, so that is always good. So yeah, as you can see, the Austrians are preparing for an assault. I'm not exactly sure where they're planning to go, but they are setting up. And we've also got another big force that's setting up over here that's going to attack through these streets by the looks of it. France doing their bit. Or at least I thought it was sorted. Maybe it's not sorted. I thought I sorted out the musket noises. Maybe not. Anyway, we'll live with it. This is 12 pounder. This 12 pounder has been retreating for a long time. It's been retreating all the way back to there, and we got taken out by Austrian cavalry, or Austrian infantry, in fact, or Russian infantry. I don't even think it was the Austrians. I think it was all the Russians' work. But yeah, it seems like we're now about to see like the next setup prepare. So we'll just fast forward a little bit. Just wait for it to happen. But I hope you guys have been enjoying this battle. If you have been, do let me know in the comments. It is obviously a very long one. Some of these historical scenarios are just very long. But it's been a pretty fun one. There's been a lot of action. Put it like that. It's been long line battles going on for most of this battle. And here we go. Looks like we're about to see... we're going to see a charge going on here. Oh no, maybe not. The Germans decided to change their mind. I mean, that's the worst thing they could do is retreat. Or maybe not. The French got off another volley. They were retreating. And here we go. The Grenadiers. This is what you want to be sending into combat. Grenadiers, send these guys into combat. There we go. The muskets are all back now, it seems. I don't know why they just send the Grenadiers in, break through these lines, cause more havoc. That's what I'd do. I mean, they're going to need more than just one Grenadier unit, though, to achieve that. These poor Grenadiers. They look good, though. I do like their, like, sort of, like, bearskin hats that they got going on. Mitre hats. Bearskin mitre hats, I'm pretty sure is what it is. I can hear fighting over here, but there's definitely not any fighting here. They're just shouting at each other. Now they can see the French actually setting up some more Voltigeurs here on this flank. Gonna just harass the Russians. We're back to silent muskets, it would seem. But yeah, there's harassing the Russians here. The Russians got lifeguard, remember. You need to, so this unit here, very strong unit. Probably want to send it at some point and try and do some damage. Probably do better in melee. But yeah, just a really strong Grenadier unit almost. If they could snipe out one of these generals for France, that might also help on damaging morale. What else we got back here? Dragoons. This is the Cuirassiers, obviously. Yeah, it just seems like there's just a lot of... well, there's a few, like... volleys going off. There you go.
Sir.
Troops breaking here for France. There you go, they're gone. And they've broken the Austrians on the other side. So they're trading units at the moment. Grenadiers are moving up. I mean, just push it. They're fighting on the right at the edge of the map here, right by the water, by this river. These French seen a lot of action now. And they're fighting off against those Austrians over here who've got silent muskets. I thought I sorted it out, but apparently not. Anyway. And we've got a French general coming very close to the front line. I mean, he's really close to these Austrians. I mean, these Austrians, if they could just, like, break this one unit, then they can get into there, or the Russians. Don't know. I mean, you could also take this building. I mean, I don't know why the Russians haven't just sent in some infantry. You could take that building out. Yeah, it seems like this. I mean, oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So Russia's actually going to start push down this slope here with his musketeers. I don't know where the rest of his troops are, but the centre, almost for the French, is now. There's nothing here really apart from some cavalry. They've got some dragoons looking at like down the slope and the guns, and you've got like just another like general here. That's it. So I mean, the French could start to swing stuff around. I think the Russians are split in two spots. Really, they're in two different areas. If I was the French over here, I'd be luring these Russians in and trying to surround them. These boys don't know what they're about to run into. Oh, we got some Russian cavalry going in and harass this French infantry as he tries to retreat. And they might get 2 units here. I mean, that one should break, I imagine. The second one behind might break as well. That one's gone. They might get the second one. Might get all of them. They're pretty low on morale. Just look at the long line of French while that's happening. Retreating as well. Can they get a full volley on these Russian cav hit? I don't know. Might be able to. There you go, and there you go. And they'll take this one out as well. Look, like morale difference. Yep, take that one out. Move on to the next. They're in a little bit of trouble.
We've taken a building, sir.
Building has been taken. Okay, so they now occupy the building in Dürnstein because the Russians are pushing onto it. So clearly, the Russians are trying to take Dürnstein quickly, and the French realise what's happening, and they're going to send more troops back in this direction. It's a smart idea. If I was the Austrians and the Russians, I'd start an all-out assault here just to try and pin down the remains of the French. The French are looking pretty short on troops now. It felt like they were a lot more, but they are short. These boys doing their best.
Our men are running, sir.
Where are more men running then? Oh, over here. This just line infantry just decided to break here in the centre. Fair enough. I like this. This goddamn stuff's still not sorted out. I like this German Grenadier. It's a really cool unit. Really cool. I do like it. Anyway, we're just going to fast forward a little bit, I guess, and just see what happens. Because it has been very long. So we'll fast forward in some areas. I mean, how are the Russians doing over here? The Cavs got out, and the Russians are starting to descend on the village. Taking their time, though. They've still got more dragoons here as well that they could send in. I mean, these French all can't form square. I mean, they need to take out the dragoon of France as well to make sure they have, like, cavalry superiority. They also got guns back here. The 8-pounders they need to keep an eye on. 8-pounders will cause a lot of damage. So there's infantry down here, but seems like they've been untouched so far. Look at the morale. Morale just drops really quickly. These infantry is just not good. Whatever this French infantry is not good. Respond, France. Fire some volleys. You got to fight for your emperor. Okay, apparently they fired about 5 shots and then decided that was enough. Gonna need to do more than that. There you go, the cavalry's gone in again. That little cavalry unit got in, routed infantry here again. They might as well go on to the next one. Just deal with all this. This French infantry just cannot deal with that one cavalry unit. They've got the remains of their French infantry back here waiting. The guns probably want to think about moving. Don't know where to. And you've got lots of cavalry coming over here. Like, this is all just dragoons coming in this direction. Seems like the French generally are just retreating in most fronts now, back towards Dürnstein. It seems like muskets are now working again, whatever the issue was. 105th line infantry battling against these musketeers.
Our general is under attack.
General's under attack. Must be just getting shot by artillery or something like that. I don't know. That cavalry's finally routed though. They couldn't quite get that this line infantry here. And Russia having these 6 infantry units here has just dragged back half the French army. They're desperate to defend Dürnstein, and they're also giving up their positions over here. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And you can see the flanking around here. Yeah, they'll break most, like, what's remaining. I like how this 12-pounder just cannot get out of here because it's just in rough terrain. It's just like, please let me get out of here. Get home to my family. The Russians die. But there's so many dead here. Look at that. This is like, all these Austrians died here. So many Austrians dead here as well. Austrians and Hungarians. Brutal, brutal fight. It really is. Like, oh my gosh. The dead. Goes on. This is one of the most brutal battles I think I've ever seen.
Our men are running.
It's all been
sir.
in one area. Really. And here we go. Dragoons now descending. These are the Dragoons that are in the center of the, like, what has remained of the Allied formation, you could say. Because the center's kind of really non-existent. They're just going to descend onto these French and break every single one of them. Wow. Just like that. Broke all of these guys. And now we got Dragoons coming over here to try and deal with the Russian counterparts. I mean, they're going to catch most of these line infantry out. They routed the Dragoons as well? I don't know. Yeah, they did. Wow. That's a strong Russian Dragoon there. And we also have Dragoons of Austria down here. And here come the Dragoons in Grenadiers. Wow, okay, yeah, they're throwing in all of it now. It's all or nothing for the Austrians. I mean, if they break through this infantry line with cavalry, they've got a chance as well. But they do have the Cuirassiers still to worry about. Why this unit's not being... I mean, it has been hit a bit, but it needs to keep getting pounded by artillery. 112 Cuirassiers is going to be a trouble. I mean, yeah, just deal with all these infantry trying to retreat. I'd definitely do first. Yeah, breaking them. They'll break the next one and probably the one after. And they just got this unit of French in this building here. I guess, do they have any Grenadiers or something they can go in? Or Russians also work. Send in Russians. They'll take it out. 48 Russians against 99 French. I don't know, maybe. They might need another unit. Where are those Grenadiers when you need them? Dead, I think. I think they may all be dead. Don't know. The Russians look like they might turn it. They might not. The French are looking a bit. They're looking a bit defeated now. They're retreating fully on Dürnstein. Everything is here. They need to time this correctly. Like, I wouldn't attack here. If I was the Allies, I'd attack just along this line here. I'd also deal with this cuirassier unit that's now just boldly coming out beyond the defense of its infantry. It's going to come out and
our men are running,
dare to fight. There you go. They took that building. Russia took it with 33 men remaining. Jeez, they're brutal. I get this gun up as well. Get that 3-pounder up and moving. You need that to just start putting holes into the French formation. This cuirassier, yeah, just focus it down with guns as well. And then you just got to hope that you can break through, because I mean the French, they're still a threat. That's the thing. And like, please tell me they're hitting this cavalry. I don't know. The fight's starting over here. Artillery go. Who's got howitzers? Oh my gosh. Who's got howitzers? Oh, it's the Russians. They've got a howitzer back here. That is handy. Where's that been all battle? 6 howitzers as well. Well, that's going to just rain death on the French. Just when they thought they'd seen it all, the French. There's a howitzer coming. Fire, boys! Fire! I mean, they've only got to hold Dürnstein for like a little bit longer. It's possible they could do it. The Allies are up against time right now. And as you can see, the Russians are very much aware of that. They're going to start moving in. here we go. The Russians move in. I mean, they're going to try and outflank the French. As you can see here, they've got like the second line that they have set up here. Try and outflank it. And the French are also like being attacked with the cuirassiers. The cuirassiers try to retreat, and the French go, and the Austrians going in. I don't think they're going to win this fight. They just charge into an absolute mess of infantry and cavalry. I don't know. Oh, that's line infantry here. The cuirassiers have kind of been caught out, but I don't think they're going to. There's going to be enough. The dragoons of Russia may have overcommitted, as may have the dragoons of Austria. I mean, they are luring them out. Maybe that's the idea. Lure out the cuirassiers. They're down to 99, but still a lot of cuirassiers. Here they go. Where are they going to go? Cut down these 22 men potentially. I mean, now that they're out of the safety of their infantry line, I'd now take them out. This is all you've got to worry about now when it comes to cavalry for France. I do apologise. Sneezing in the middle of recording. Always very professional. Couldn't expect no less from me. But as you can see, Russia now taking on the brunt of the work. I mean, Austria's all here. It's quite nice now that Austria's just all here on its own, and it's just Russia now. So they're on their own combined front. I mean, this is the one Russian army's gone for sure. They are actually trying to sneak in here. I mean, they're getting, like, every time they're in here, though, the French just firing mercilessly onto the side with their silent muskets again. As I say that, they start to open up. There's some Legere here doing their bit. Line infantry as well. Still a lot of French here for the Austrians to try and break through. And here you go, the cuirassiers. They're looking a bit beaten. But they're going to rout this Austrian dragoon first, though. Whatever can form square should start forming square. Oh, the French broke. That's okay. And a general's been killed. Allied general's been killed. Oh, they took out Bernadotte. Bernadotte's been shot. That could be huge. I don't know how much of his army's left. He may not really have an army. It may just be his general. But Bernadotte is dead. And another general's died. Whose general's died there? Oh, Gru just died as well. Okay, so 2 generals in the matter of moments have died. And the French are trying to take a counteroffensive on this side against the Russians. With their silent muskets once again. They're absolutely murdering those Russians though. Pinning them down in combat, then shooting them in the flank. Very nice tactic. And they've pushed back 2 Russian units. There's a third that's now trying to go in. They'll just run through a building. That's literally run through a building. Like it's not even there, and they're flanking the unit. And here we go. The howitzers. Oh my gosh, the howitzers going off. Shame that this noise isn't entirely working. But here we go. Russians going in. They should break that unit pretty quickly.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest away.
I wonder if the howitzers was the reason why. Oh my gosh, look at this massive chain route here by the French on this corner. And now they're having to send up like the reserves. Oh, it's not looking good. Austria's now coming forward. The long march of the Austrians. They've been doing so much work today. Just a little bit more of a push. These Grenadiers. I mean, send them into combat. Send them in. They'll break the lines. The Russians are doing absolute work on this side, causing havoc. Look at this. Just a massive hole in the line here. Yeah, more breaking for the French. And they're trying to retreat in their columns. Trying to get back to Dürnstein. Is it Dürnstein or is it Dürnstein? I don't know. I've probably been saying it wrong the entire game, which will annoy some people. But that's just part of what happens in the channel now. If things get mispronounced. Lifeguard being sent in, of course. The Lifeguard, they'll be causing all sorts of havoc. They look healthy. And you see the French really short now. They just got to hold out though. Does not matter about numbers. The French just need time. As you can see, the time is very close to being up. Very, very close. So just got to hold on. Get these French units back. The ones that are very much overextended. Get them back. Defend this house to the last. The Russians are really rushing for it though now. What's actually in the building? Looks like Mortier's going in there. Or he's standing outside at least. It was actually Mortier that led the was fighting for the French at this battle. It's kind of apt that we have him there. It's been a bit laggy today, I do apologise. I'm just going to fast forward now a little bit because, well, we're at the end of the battle. And moving along, the Russians look like they're going to set up for one last great push. To be honest, I would not blame them. Just go in, take it all out. I mean, we've proven that they can beat anything in combat. I mean, this guard I just throw in, that life guard, I think you could just defeat anything. The Austrians are coming as well in their masses. They got the cuirassiers left. I mean, I'll just throw in any cavalry as well. Throw in the lot. See if you can break through. Got another Bernadotte here. Actually, no, this is the Bernadotte that's been shot. His bodyguard did survive. Most of his bodyguard did. Don't know where the other general is for France.
The men are fatigued,
Not sure.
sir, and must
Or
rest
maybe there
a
is
while.
2 different Bernadottes. And one got murdered and one didn't. The French violently holding on. It's just columns upon columns of Austrians and Russians here. Look at that. See them all. Volley! We need another volley. Here they come. The Russians are coming. And in they go. Just all focus on one point as well. It's a bizarre tactic, but fair enough. Here you go. This is going to be the time for the Grenadiers to do their bit. In they go. Kept some Grenadiers to the end. It's a very good tactic, and they're going to, they'll break through this with no trouble. And the Austrians as well, really focusing down these flanks as well, which are really beaten. And the centre's gone for the French. It's a real concern. Over on this side, they don't look like they're really having too much trouble. The Russians, though, here, lifeguards being thrown in. That's going to be an issue for the French. Howitzers still firing as well. Oh my gosh, it's all going off. Bernadotte's run. His whole flank's gone.
Our men are running, sir.
And there you go. It looks like that's going to be the battle. It looks like the Russians and the Austrians are going to get victory once again. I mean, there's going to be more bodies dead than there was in history. They lost 5,000 each. I'm going to say at least 10,000 men died on each side in this one. The Austrians, I mean, getting on at least for 10,000. The Austrians have lost most of their army. The Russians have lost almost everything. The French will have lost everything. Apart from that, it's run away all the way back to France. Look at this. They're all going back to France, telling Napoleon what happened. Oh, they're all so scary, those Russians.
Our men are running, sir.
I'm presuming that's someone in the building yet. Broke. I think Mortier's gone. Yeah, Mortier's run. He's like, I must get back to Paris, report to my emperor. How is it still going off? In goes the musketeers. They're probably going to break those guys, though. Poor French. And now it's just the building, I think, left to go. What's been sent in? Some musketeers. Send in the guard. Send in the guard. Lifeguard, pretty beaten. 142 left. And then another charge over here, so break instantly. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much, like, clearly the French really stuck to the rules of the scenario, which was just to defend Dürnstein. I think they pushed out. They could have turned this around. They had so many troops that were just sitting here waiting for ages, and like the Austrians and the Russians attacked bit by bit of the French army, never facing the entire thing head on, which is not a bad idea, and it's a really good tactic. The French instead just decides, you know what, the best for like type of defense is an offense. So they could have like easily just like pushed out from Dürnstein. They had a lot of troops here, pushed out, attacked the Russians and the Austrians that were like in the center on this hill up here, force them back and try and support the battle that was raging on in that far village for so long. This village over here saw so much action here. Like here especially, so much death. But anyway, still not taking this building. 33 against 102. Looks like those Grenadiers got routed. They got sent in. Yeah, I don't know. No, they're going in. And the Guard are in there actually as well. They're setting a bit of everything in. Yeah, the Russians. That looks like that musketeer is going to break. But that's going to be the battle by the looks of it. Just fast forward while we wait for that French unit to break, because that is it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it. It has been a long one. I do apologise. But I mean, that is kind of how a historical battle goes. Also, that's how Napoleonic battles go into history as well. They take a whole day. And, I mean, this one won't take a whole day to watch, but it's been an enjoyable one, put it like that. And a long one. Certainly nice to be back doing historical battles. It's been a little while since I've done one.
Our men are
But there
running.
you go. That is like the final unit that is broken there, I think. I can't see anything else. The building has fallen. And we should have a victory in a moment there. Or defeat, actually. But there you go. That is the battle. So defeat for the French. This one was set in by Johnny Le Buffoon, who was playing as one of the French armies. So yeah. Unfortunately, him, Tig, Sniper Smith UK, and History Buff Gaming could not change the tide of battle. They could not win it for the French this time. But well done to Paranoid Flux, to Robert E. Lee, and to Nomadic Lancer. All did a very, very good job as the coalition forces. I mean, that's some really good kills there for some of the Allied forces, especially like Robert E. Lee and Flux got some really good kills there as the Austrians and the Russians. And also, I mean, most of the French did really well, bar like Sniper Smith, who couldn't get to 1,000 kills, unfortunately. We'll quickly have a look at some of the unit stats. Johnny Le Buffoon here with his like infants of Paris getting 353 kills, 200 with his cuirassiers, no surprise there. More line infantry getting really high kills, like 150 odd kills. There are the kills. If you want to have a look at, pause and have a look at those. But yes, if you enjoyed, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment show your support. Feel free to join the Discord as well to get involved in some historical action, historical battles, or NTW3 action. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next one. Bye.